So, what is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video on the channel, where today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Death of Orion Scorpion weapon in 9. This should be a nice, easy guide for you to follow, so if you do enjoy, if it helps, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed, but let's get into it. Here we go. So as soon as you start up your game, the very first thing you are going to need to do as soon as you walk out the gates is begin your challenges. If you don't know how to do this, there are 4 flags in the starting room. These are red, green, purple and blue. In order to start your challenges, if you don't know, go up to any of these flags and knife the rope. This will cut it, and then your challenges will begin. It will tell you on the left hand side exactly what you need to do. So you can see my first challenge is to get 13 knife kills. Your challenge may be different to mine, but whatever it is, complete it. And then once you've done it, go up to the center section in the middle, and you can see there is a reward that you can claim. Go up to it, claim your reward, and this will then start your next challenge. So you can see my next challenge is to get a total of 6 equipment kills. Very easy. So I complete this, I once again go into the center, claim my reward, and then my third and final challenge is to slide under a trap without taking damage. So that's exactly what I do, and when it's finished, for the final time I go to claim my reward, and what you will get after completing 3 challenges is a pack-a-punched pistol. Once you get the pack-a-punched pistol, you will then see in the center there is a jug, a part that you need to pick up. Pick this part up, and once you've done so, you now need to build the pack-a-punch. If you know how to do it, then go ahead, but if you don't, simply all you need to do is go to the top of all 4 temples, Odin's, Danu, Ra, and Zeus's, and summon all of the champions. So as you see here, I am in the Temple of Ra. Go up to the gong at the top of the building, summon the champion. You then need to defeat the champion, and when you do so, you will get its head. So in this case, I get the head of the tiger. I then move on to Danu's temple, summon the gong, kill the champion, and then collect his head. Next, I am going to Odin's temple. I again summon the champion, kill him, collect his head, and then the final one is the Temple of Zeus, where you do the exact same thing. What you then need to do is go all the way down underground to the temple. It's pretty easy to find. It's located in the center of the map. When you get to this room, you will see this altar in the middle. Go up to it, hold X, and place all of the 4 heads that you collected on the altar, and then wait about 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds, the altar will break and the pack-a-punch will be revealed. If you want to, now you can pack-a-punch your weapon. I recommend you do have a pack-a-punched weapon for these steps later on, although it's not a necessity. Anyway, so what you need to do now is go into the door that's opposite where the pack-a-punch is facing. It is called the Danu Ra Temple, and you will see in this very first window, there is this basin that is on fire. You need to shoot it off its pedestal. Once you've done that, eventually it's going to look like this. And now you need to get both parts for the acid trap. You could have done this earlier if you wanted to, but since we're in this room, I'm going to do it now. I don't believe the locations for these ever change, and if they did, they'd be in this general area. But after you leave this room, if you just take a right and go along this wall, the first part is going to be right at the end under this cage here. It's kind of like a wooden cargo or whatever that is, and the second part, if you go all the way across the other side, again it's going to be right at the end. It's actually a chain that you want to pick up. Both of these you need for the acid trap, so collect both of them, and that is that step done. So next, what we're going to look out for is a arrow of fire. I believe in order to see this, you need to go all the way to the top of Ra or Danu's temple, go onto the bridge that connects them both together, and if you look down, you will see an arrow that is on fire that points to one of the 4 temples. It will point to either Ra, Danu, Zeus, or Odin, and whichever temple the arrow is pointing to is the one that you need to go to, because there is a part in it that you need to collect. So for me, as you can see, it was pointing towards the Temple of Danu, so I'm going to go across here. It's actually all the way underground, so you need to take both flights of stairs down here, and what you are looking out for is a very small statue, and we're going to use this later on for the Easter egg. You can find this location for it in the Temple of Danu right here. It's always going to spawn here. It's never going to move if it is in this temple for you. I am going to show you all of the other spawn locations as well, don't worry. If the arrow for you is pointing to the Temple of Ra, then go all the way downstairs, all the way to the bottom where the sarcophagus pharaoh room is, and you will see just in the corner near this fire basin, that is where the statue is going to be if it's in the Temple of Ra for you. If the arrow is pointing to the Temple of Odin, then again, go in all the way downstairs to the bottom, and you are going to see it leaning up against this gate in between the base, and you're just going to see it right there. Pick it up, and if it's in the Temple of Zeus for you, then you need to go all the way down to the bottom again, and you will see it in the baths up against this corner. So pick it up, and once you have the statue, we can move on to the next part. So what you now need to do is build the acid trap. Go up to one of the entrances for the towers. You can see right here is the location where you build the trap, and then once you've built it, go up to the grid that is just below it and place down the statue that we just picked up. Once you've done that, what you need to do next is buy the trap, and when you do this, you will see that acid begins to pour all over this statue, and what this is going to do is eventually reveal a key. So once you've picked up the key, go back into the center of the map where you started, and we now need to get the crowd to give us a gift from the gods. Basically, you need to kill zombies and make the crowd happy until they give you gifts. If you look down the bottom left hand corner, you have a thumb. You need to keep killing zombies and pleasing the crowd until this thumb is fully lighting up green and has green sparkles coming off it as well. It needs to be in the upright position, and when you see it fully glowing and sparkling, the crowd are gonna give you gifts. So the best advice I can give you to get this thumb like this is, like I said, just to kill zombies, but also don't touch the fire at all. As soon as you touch the fire, the thumb's gonna go back down, and it's going to take you ages to get it back up. That's what happened to me, and it literally, I think, took about 10 rounds to get it back to this. You have to stay in the center. You can't leave. The zombies have to be killed here. But when you kill enough zombies, the crowd will drop you a gift. Now, they're gonna drop you random gifts anyway, but this one is special, and you know you've got it when you hear the announcer say a gift from one of the gods. So for me, the god was Serkept, so that's what the announcer said, and then the gift will get thrown into the arena. Sometimes you might not see it get thrown in. It is quite difficult to spot, so make sure you are looking out for it. And if you do hear the characters say that they've given you a gift from one of the gods, look around on the floor for this. You are going to see a gold vase. That is what you are picking up. And now you need to go all the way down into the Temple of Danu to the bottom floor where these two trees are. There are two trees either side, but in one of them there is going to be a tiny little hole. You need to look out for this hole, and when you see it, you need to first knife the hole, and that will put the scorpion key inside that we picked up earlier, and then that should also put the golden vase that you just picked up underneath the tree as well. If it doesn't put the vase there, you might have to press X or square, the interactive button, to put it there. But you will see the vase gets put down, and then poison will start leaking from the tree and begin to fill up the vase. It is going to take a few seconds. You can see I was distracted by some freaking boss zombies, so I ended up killing them. But once it's filled up, you're pretty much done. Now, take this over to the mystery box. When you get to it, just go around it, and it will say, hold to poison the mystery box. So do that, and once it's poisoned, you can then buy it, and the next weapon that you get out of it is going to be the Death of Orion. And that's exactly how you get the wonder weapon in 9. It's actually a pretty simple thing to do. The only thing that can be tedious is placing the crowd in the center. Like I said, just don't touch the fire. But yeah, it's a really cool freaking wonder weapon. You can actually charge it up, and it works pretty similar to the Wonder Waffle from the Giants. I don't know if it's as good, but it's still really good, and also it's a scorpion, so it looks freaking cool as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of gameplay. If you have enjoyed, if this has helped you out, as always, drop a like rating. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you are subscribed, but as always, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Sorry, no prisoners, no stragglers.